Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Right, today I'm going to be attempting to run the cable from the starter battery of the van and run it underneath, then up into the back where all the control panel is and the inverter, etc. So that's the plan. What was provided within the kit was a 20mm flex, so I'm going to be running that to the front of the van, into a fuse, then onto the starter battery terminal, then come back with this cable and it will go into the DC to DC battery charger, along with this cable, which is the trickle charge. So what that does is the leisure battery will trickle feed the starter battery, so it sort of like charges the starter battery as well on the van. That's what I'm led to believe anyway. Don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. Got the 20mm flex black conduit, so I'll just fed it down the hole through the van floor. It's coming out besides the battery charger. So in a minute I'm going to be running the cable. I just want to get the correct length of the flex conduit. So what I'll be doing is, that's where it's coming out there, but I will be flexing all that as well. So I'm just going to be running it underneath through some holes of the vans, and use some P-clips as well. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm going to cut that to length, then I'll bring that flex conduit back, then I can run the cables down through to the front of the van. Right, so I've cut the flex conduit to size. So I'm going to tape the 20mm cable for the power and the trickle 6mm cable just together, so then I can just run it and feed it down the flex. So I've got that all coming out on the bottom of the van, so now I've just got to tidy it up, then fix it underneath. So that was a little bit uncomfortable underneath the van. I want to go back underneath here and show you what I did. Right, so that's where it comes through. So I've got to stick some sticker flex in there and around that from the bottom as well as the top. I've still yet got to put a clip on that, a P-clip, but throughout the van it's got those holes, so I've just cable tied them all down there. So if anyone's got a better suggestion, then I'm open to receive it. So that goes down to, it goes through into a flex gland into the side of the battery compartment, which comes down into there. So good thing about this van is, because where it was a quick fit van, they had loads of stuff in the back, so I've got a couple of tails there with like 3 fuses. Obviously those 3 fuse holders, they're a bit too big, because the ones I got with the kit, they're smaller, so I'll have to take that out and take all that out, but it's got those tails already attached to the battery, so I can reuse those, or reuse one of them anyway. Right, so now that's all run underneath the van, I'm just going to into the DC to DC battery charger, then I'm going to silicone, we'll put Sikaflex in the hole from where you see it and from underneath. I've still got, I want to put some insulation in there, the old fleece as well, before I box this up, so it's all nicely insulated. Then I'm going to put the fuse holder got to figure out where I want to put things. I think on the other side of the van, I'm going to have over tank, a water tank that goes over the wheel arch. It's been a busy week this week. I can't get my words out properly. So yeah, that's where the water tank's going to go, there over the wheel arch. Then I'm going to have a water heater in here to supply the shower and the sink for hot water. So that's going to be probably around there somewhere, because I'm not too sure what size water tank I'm going to have there yet. But it's got to evenly spread the weight out over both sides. It's quite, to be honest with you, this electrical panel, when I lifted it in here, it was heavy, really heavy. So yeah, I'm just going to put I'll probably put the fuel panel for all the lights, etc. I've got to do something with that yet. I've got to make a box on there because that's for the step to get up the bed. So I might put the fuse holder just up the top here somewhere, so it's in the middle of the van. So I can have the water heater going into it, can have the lights go into it. So I'm not too sure what I'm doing with the lighting yet. But yeah, I think I'll put it up there. Right, so yeah, the next thing is I'll wire in the DC to DC charger. This goes into the in terminal on the DC charger. I'll tell you what, I haven't given myself enough space in here. Crouching over, can't see nothing. So I'm quite impressed with this trunking. Just neatens it all up. I know I've seen a lot of people just drill holes in the back and tied it all up at the back. Yeah, it's good. That's neat and tidy. I did think about doing that, but this is the easier option. Less drilling, and it just sort of like sets it off as well. I think just the contrast of the blue Victron energy stuff, and it goes well with the blue van. Right, so that's that in there. Put the terminal cover back over. So that's that little bit done. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to be connecting the negative to the links distributor. Just drilled a hole through there to go around the back, because it says in the instructions that tails that are going from the links distributor, the cable should be the same length. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So that's wired in. Now I've just got to make sure the cables are the same length. So I've come around the back, so I'm just going to measure it so it's the same as the positive. Right, so I've drilled another hole by the positive fuse for the negative to come out. Place the battery around about there, so it gives me enough room to set the cables behind. The terminals are going to be on that end of the battery, not this end, that end. So it just keeps the cables all neat and tidy behind. Right, so I've cut the length of the positive and the negative to the same length. I've just temporarily covered them up with insulation tape because I'm not going to be charging up today, but it's just for safety as well, because once I do power it up, not that I will do because it'll be on the battery anyway, but it's just peace of mind. Right, now I've got the battery plate which I'm going to mount there. I'm going to screw in with the screws that it comes with, supplied with. I've got like a rubber mat. It's self-adhesive, I think. No, it's not. It's just a rubber mat that sits on the plate. Then you have a strap to strap the battery in. So once I've done that, I shall show you. That's the battery plate fixed, mounted with a rubber sheet on it and the battery on the top. So that's all fitted. Just got to put the strap on there. I'm just going to leave these floating because I don't know when I'm going to be connecting it up. I'm not sure if it's going to be today or not yet. I've just got a couple of other bits. I want to put the fuse box up there. Then we'll just see with time. So I've still got to connect it up inside on the starter van. But I haven't finished the solar panels yet. I've got to put one more solar panel on. But I've got to wait for some spray paint to come so I can spray the hole that I filled where the rotating vent came out. So that's where the solar panel is going to go straight across over that. I did try and see if I could run it directly straight down the length of the van, but it's going to be in the way of where I'm going to be having the max air fan. Right, okay, see you in a minute. Nearly forgot to start filming. Right, the starter battery at the moment, so I've just taken that off of the main positive, disconnected the negative first, then disconnected that. I'm just wiring up the cable from the leisure battery end, or the charge controller, DC to DC controller. So I'm just going to put a fuse on that, then put it into one of these blocks, and then we'll take it from there. Right, so I've wired the that 20mm cable, and that which comes from the back of the van from the DC to DC charger. I haven't put a fuse in here yet because I'm going to wait until I've actually powered it all up at the back and make sure I double check everything. But you'll have an 80 amp fuse in there. I will tidy all that up and screw that in somewhere, but just for now, that's it on that. So now I'm going to go and attach the fuse box holder to the back. Right, so back in the back of the van, do the fuse holder. So could probably have it around about there, because to be honest with you, I'm going to have power going that way and power going that way. So I'm going to have probably lighting that side at the front of the van, then that side I'm going to have a fridge. So I might as well just put it or centralise it there. Right, back in a minute. Fixed. So now I've just got to run the cables to it. Just running the cables up. So I'm going to have the negative up there and positive down into there. There we have it, guys. One fuse box up, mounted, and neat and tidy to the best I can get it. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it as that today, because I don't know what time it is now. Well, Saturday, it's 2:30. It's time for a drink, a long deserved drink. Right, guys, so I'm going to leave it here, and well, the next time I'll be doing the video, hopefully I would have I'll be doing the roof spray painting that, then I can mount the last solar panel and I can run the cables down. Then that's the electrical side of it done. So then we shall power it up. Then fingers crossed it'll work. All right guys, well, have a lovely weekend, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the other video. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye for now.